Warning, Dirty Canadian is a trained professional. Do not attempt anything you see on this page.
The SKS is supposedly the most indestructible rifle ever built. Today we're going to see exactly what it takes to finally kill it. And to make the purists mad, this isn't a beat up surplus rifle. This is a all numbers matching Type 56 mint condition SKS. All right, test number 1 is the mud test. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. All right, 1 round in battery. Now, if the bolt doesn't go fully into battery and the primer somehow struck, we can get an out of battery detonation. That's why we got this rig set up, and we'll be pulling the trigger with the string just to be safe. Safety off. Let's see what happens. Fired, ejected, works perfectly. Since it was able to function on the sled, we're going to see how it shoots from shoulder. Test number 1, the SKS passed. Test number 2 is the 100 drop test. 1, 2. The gun is completely clear. No round in the chamber. Completely clear. On safe. $100. Alright, I just got to give a big shout out to Newman Metalworks for sending out this metal handguard and this SKS optic mount. This is not a paid advertisement, but they did send this out to be put through the tests in this video. If you want to pick up one of their handguards or SKS optic mounts, be sure to check out Newman Metalworks. After the 100 drops, let's take a look at some of the damage. You can see the wooden stock took most of the beating. There was a bunch of chips and nicks in it, and there's even a crack that goes from the back of the trigger guard about halfway down the buttstock. Overall, held up pretty good though, still functional. Let's see how it holds up after the 100 drops. Another 5 rounds. Still shoots beautifully. All right, next up, maple syrup, but not that fake stuff. We have the real maple syrup. All right, and since we're doing maple syrup, I figured might as well pour some honey as well. All right, the gun is covered in syrup. And honey, let's chamber around. Well, that was a bit slower than usual. Okay, safety. Off, 3, 2. All right, it succeeded off of the lead sled. Now let's see how it holds up to being shouldered. This is by far the stickiest gun I've ever shot. Oh, on the recoil, you get a bunch of honey and syrup all in your face. All right, now for the 4th test, we have the peanut butter test. Perfect use case for the bayonet. Action locked closed. Testing if the peanut butter jams the rifle in 3, 2, 1. All right, the SKS won against the peanut butter. Now for the final test, the flour test. That's pretty covered in flour. All right, loading around into the chamber. All right, closing the bolt. All right, testing flour in 3, 2, 1. All right, looks like the SKS lost to the flour, gave us a light primer strike. I honestly didn't expect it to make it this far. If you have any ideas of what you want to see in durability test part 2, drop a comment below, and I need to go wash my hands.